여러분 안녕하세요. 오늘은 엄마야 누나야 강변살자 이 김소월 시인의 시들을 한번 같이 공부도 하고 노래도 연습해 보도록 하겠습니다. 며칠 전에 대구로 저희 큰딸 식구들하고 둘째 딸이 또 꼬맹이 2명 데리고 왔어요. 그래서 제 투룸에서 10명이 이틀 동안 지냈는데 되게 재밌었습니다. 제가 이제 둘째 딸 아들만 둘인데요. 하나는 첫 돌 지나고 그 위에는 이제 2돌 지나서 이제 아마 세 돌 향해서 가는 것 같은데 그 돌산 녀석이 굉장히 웃겨요. 엄마를 부를 때 엄마, 아빠 이렇게 하는 게 엄마이야, 아빠이야 그렇게 말해가지고 제가 갑자기 이 시가 생각나고 이 노래가 생각이 나더라고요. 김소월 시인. 한국말을 정말 아름답게 시로 가다듬은 분이죠. 일제시 태어나서 굉장히 불우한 삶을 살았습니다. 그래서 제가 우리 그 손주한테 이 노래를 굉장히 슬프게 불러줬어요. 엄마야 누나야 강변살자 그러면서 아주 진작에 불러줬더니 이 녀석이 돌진한 녀석이 입을 삐쭉삐쭉 하면서 막 울라 그러더라고요. 그래서 요런 애기도 감성이 있구나 그 생각을 했습니다. Hello, my friends in foreign country or who are staying in Korea. Today, we can study this poem and song. This is written by Sowol Kim. Sowol Kim, mom, big sister, Shirley live at riverside. Uh, First, let me sing this song. 엄마야 누나야 강변살자 들에는 반짝이는 금모래빛 엄마야 mommy 누나야 big sister 강변 at riverside 살자 surely live 들에는 on the front yard 반짝이는 glittering 금모래 golden sand 빛 light. Here you can say it color. Next part. From the first, let me sing. 엄마야 누나야 강변살자 들에는 반짝이는 금모래빛 뒷문 밖에는 갈잎의 노래 엄마야 누나야 강변살자 뒷문 backside, backgate 밖에는 outside 갈잎 bulrush 갈잎의 노래 song 엄마야 누나야 강변살자 In Korea autumn season you can see wherever you go you can see bulrushes especially at the riverside and you can see many lovers are roaming around. Okay, this is a little simple but we can sing together. 엄마야 누나야 강변살자 들에는 반짝이는 금모래빛 뒷문 밖에는 갈잎의 노래 엄마야 누나야 강변살자 A little sad, right? Then you can understand when you hear about the situation when this poet was living. Sowol Kim was born 1902. He died at his age of 32, 1934. He was born in Pyeongnan, Bukdo, present North Korea area. His real name is Jeong-sik Kim. 1904, his father was on the way to his relative's house with some food on horseback. And suddenly Japanese laborers who were constructing railway found him, and they tried to take away his food. And they began to beat him very severely. And he was shocked, and he turned into abnormal person. From that day on, he began to stay only in his room and rejecting food. So it happened when Seol was only 2 years old. When he was growing up, of course, he had compassion on his father, but sometimes when he saw his father's, abnormal behavior, he was despising his father. So we can say it's kind of ambivalent emotion, right? And when he grew up, he moved to his mother's side, grandfather's house. And he was growing up by his support financially. And soon after his father got accident, one aunt came into his family. Maybe one of his uncles got married with a famous lady. Her name was Gae Hee-young, and she was very good at talking to him traditional tales and folk tales. And when he entered into Osan School, it was established by many freedom fighters like Mr. Jo Man-sik. He got married at his age of 14, right? A girl named Hong Dan-sil, regardless of his will, right? At the time it happened. Made marriage. And studying at Osan School is a turning point in his life. At the school, he fell in love with a girl named Oh-sun. But he already got married. That's why it was not accomplished love. And this girl also got married at her age of 19. But her husband was so suspicious that he was beating her. And at her age of 22, this girl, Oh-sun, passed away. And Seol was really, really sad. He began to write down innumerable poems overcoming the grief. Soon after he attended Oh-sun's funeral, he began to write down this famous poem, Cho-hon, memory. And later I can explain it to you. After March 1st movement, independent movement, 1919, this Osan school closed, and Seoul entered into Beje School again in Seoul by his grandfather's support. Finally, he could go to Japan to enter Tokyo Commercial University. There was great earthquake named Gwandong Daejin in Japan. Whenever they had big incident, Japanese blamed Koreans. And they began to massacre so many Koreans. And he was so much threatened and came back to Korea. But his grandfather was losing his property. So Seol Kim felt guilty in his whole life because he could not finish his studying. 1934, just on Christmas Eve, he died of brain blood leaking disease. Just 2 days before his death, he was confessing to his wife, "Honey, this life is really, really tough for me," with a bitter smile. And he had deep depression. To soothe his rheumatism problem, he was taking some opium, and maybe he was a little addicted. Even though he had 4 sons and 2 daughters, except 1 son and 1 daughter, all the other children remained in North Korea under communist country. And first daughter, she died during the Korean War, and third son At first, he joined the North Korean soldier during the Korean War, but he was captivated by UN, and he began to join the South Korea army and settle down in South Korea. But he had to live very poor life because he could not cast any right for his father's poems. His dream was to establish his father's literature center. In 2006, he had to pass away without accomplishing such a dream. So Soul Kim, he is a genius at trimming Korean vocabularies, right? This poem is also very famous. 못 잊어, not forgetting, 생각이, thought, 나겠죠, will come to you. 그런 대로, as it goes, 한 세상, flow your whole life, 지내시구려, flow it down and down. 산호라면, as you live, one day you will be able to forget her. Next part, 못 잊어, not forgetting her, 생각이, thought, 나겠지요, will come to you, as it is, 세월만, flow your days, down and down. 못 잊어도, even if you cannot get over her, you can forget her sometimes, 들어는 sometimes, a little old style, poetic expression, 잊혀리다, forget. 그러나 또 한끗 이렇지요. 그러나, however, 또 again 한끗. From one side, a little old expression 이렇지요. Like this. 그리워, missing her, 살뜰히, desperately, 못 잊는데, unable to forget her. 어쩌면, how can I, 생각이 떠지나요? How can I leave, 떠나지나요? 떠지나요 means 떠나지나요? How can I leave the memory behind me? This turned into a very popular song in Korea, so you can understand this poem very well by learning this song. 못 잊어 생각이 나겠지요. 그런 대로 세월만 가라시구려. 산호라면 잊을 날 있으리다. 못 잊어 생각이 나겠지요. 그런 대로 세월만 가라시구려. 못 잊어도 더러는 잊을 날 있으리다. 잊을 날 있으리다. So all Koreans like his poems. Even the youngsters also, When you understand Korean poems, you can understand Koreans at high level. Okay, this is the famous poem Chohon Memorial. And soon after Osun's funeral, whom he really loved, right? Because he had got married, he could not accomplish that love, but she died at her early age. 산산이 fallen apart, 부서진, 산산이 부서진, fallen apart, 이름이여, name. 허공 중에, on air, 헤어진, separated, 이름이여, name. 불러도 주인 없는 이름이여. The name, even though I'm calling upon, without any possessor, master, no? 주인 없는, 주인, master, 없는, without, 이름, name. 부르다가, while calling upon your name, 내가 죽을 이름이여. I might die. He was too sad, right? So I translated it like this. The name quenching me after me yearning over and over. Then you can understand the meaning. 심중에 in my heart. Deep down in my heart, right? 남아있는, remaining, 말, word. 한마디는 a word. 끝끝내, to the end, 마자하지. A little old expression. In the modern expression is 마저하지. I could not spill it. I could not speak. I could not express. 사랑하던 그 사람이요. You I loved. But I translated my darling. 사랑하던 그 사람이요. My sweetheart. 붉은 해는 rose tinted sun. 서산 마루에 west mountain 마루에는 a little hillside. The rose tinted sun is hanging on the west hill. 사슴의 무리도 사슴 door a deer, a female deer, Sound of Music. You remember that song, right? doe 사슴의 무리 multitude. 슬피 sadly 운다 weeping. The does are weeping bitterly, right? 떨어져 나가 앉은 산 위에서 far, far on the mountain tops. 나는 그대의 이름을 부르노라. I'm 그대. A little old style expression in the poems. 그대, thee, thou. In America also, you know, some poets are expressing thee or thou like this, right? 나는 그대의. I'm calling upon thy name. 서름에 with grief, 겹도록. Overcome with grief, 부르노라. I'm calling upon you and you. 서름에 겹도록 부르노라. I'm calling upon you and you. 부르는 소리는 the sound I'm calling upon is just stepping aside from me. 비껴가지만 stepping aside from me. 하늘, sky, 땅, earth 사이가 the distance between the heaven and earth is too wide. You can understand his grief, right? You can imagine he is sitting around a mountain top and looking to the rose-tinted sunset, and he's weeping and weeping. And we can compare this to the reality of Korea. We were colonized. We didn't have any freedom, right? 선체로 이 자리에 돌이 되어도 선체로 standing 이 자리에 this place 돌 stone 되어도 turn into standing here even if I turn into a stone 부르다가 내가 죽을 이름이여 your name while I'm calling upon your name I can die I might die 사랑하던 그 사람이여 my darling 사랑하던 그 사람이여. Then there is another poem. This also became popular song and very became. If you find IU on YouTube, she is young, but she is very good at remaking the old songs, and she is very pretty. I like her. I respect her. 당신은 you 무슨 일로 what kind of things are you afflicted, right? 당신은 무슨 일로 그리합니까? 홀로 이 개울에 주저앉아서. 당신은 you 무슨 what 일로 affair? Like how can I say 그리합니까? What are you afflicted with? What are you doing here? 홀로이 alone 개울에 at the creek 주저앉아서 sitting lonely. 파릇한 풀포기가 돋아나오고 잔물이 봄바람에 해적일 때에 파릇한 green 풀포기가 buzz 돋아나오고 are shooting out 잔물이 whippers 봄바람에 by spring breeze 해적일 때에 shaken. You can imagine ripples are shaken upon the water at the creek, right? 가도 아주 가지는 않노라시던 그런 약속이 있었겠지요. Something like this. 가도, even though you go, you will not go away forever. 아주 가지는 forever. 안노라시든 you will not go away. 그런 such 약속이 promises 있었겠죠. would have been. 날마다 from the first. I'm confused a little, right? 당신은 무슨 일로 그리합니까? 홀로 이 개울에 주저앉아서 파릇한 불포기가 돋아나오고 잔물이 봄바람에 해저일 때에 나도 아주 가지는 않노라시던 그런 약속이 있었겠지요. 날마다 개여울에 나와 앉아서 하염없이 무엇을 생각합니다. 가도 아주 가지는 않노라심을 굳이 잊지 말라는 부탁인지요. No? Anyhow, I'm not that exact, but you can turn YouTube and you can find IU, Korean young singer. She is perfect. And these days I have a kind of flu and my voices are also very well. And I'm sorry because I cannot sing this song very perfectly, but you can practice, right? Shall we sing once more? Shall we try it once more? 당신은 무슨 일로 그리합니까? 홀로 이 개여울에 주저앉아서 파릇한 불포기가 돋아나오고 잔물이 봄바람에 해저일 때에 가도 아주 가지는 않노라시던 그런 약속이 있었겠지요. 날마다 개여울에 나와 앉아서 하염없이 무엇을 생각합니다. 가도 아주 가지는 않노라심을 굳이 잊지 말라는 부탁인지요. Okay, by learning Korean poems, you can learn Korean language at high level and you can practice these songs through YouTube. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.